Taking the flag down. They close at 4. Look at this valley here. Isn't that nice? This family moved here in 1811, and the future president was 2 years old. Here's a replica of the cabin, and it's not very big. There's the visitor center. That's a nice log building there. Let's check it out. There's a trail, a nice trail that runs up in here. Don't have time to do it. Look at those wooden buckets. The pegs in the wall for hanging things, I guess. They made the buckets, the churn, the iron stuff they had to buy. Fireplaces where they cooked all the meals, and look at the window. No glass there. I guess this is a water bucket. There's a cabinet, a corner cabinet. A small table, a chest, one bed. Two chairs, a big churn, and that's for making shingles, and a loft where the kids slept. Oh, this is what these are. These are steps. That's how they got up to the loft. From a frontier log cabin to the White House, Lincoln's foundations began at this very place, living at Knob Creek Farm until he was 7 years old. From 1803 till 1816, Abraham Lincoln's father, Thomas, worked 3 different farms, and all 3 of them were contested. While Thomas Lincoln had the means to keep moving and purchasing and leasing land, he tired of Kentucky's unstable land laws. Frustrated with the instability, Thomas Lincoln finally left Kentucky in 1816 for Indiana, where the land surveys were guaranteed by the federal government. Sinking Spring, that's where it just came from. Knob Creek Farm, 1811, 1816, 30-acre farm. From settler to statesman, young Abraham Lincoln may not have understood his father's Kentucky land problems, but the future president became an Illinois land surveyor early in his career and produced notably accurate work. During this time, Lincoln learned mortgage and real estate law, beginning the career path that led him to the White House. Butter churn, wash basin, fireplace, spinning wheel. The Lincolns lived in a single-room log cabin, much like the one that stands today at Knob Creek Farm. They slept, cooked, cleaned, and played together in this space. And it's pretty crowded. Look, it's the Lincoln logs. From log walls to marble halls. Humble but not poor. Born on the Kentucky frontier in 1809, Abraham Lincoln grew up working on his family's Knob Creek farm until the Lincolns left for Indiana when he was 7 years old. Since his presidential campaign, stories of Abraham's early childhood describe the Lincolns as a poor farming family in a small log cabin. In truth, Abraham's family lived as successful farmers. Wow, 586 acres, 6 horses. Thomas Lincoln worked as a skilled and well-regarded cabinet maker, leaving slavery. Later in his life, Abraham recalled that his father left Kentucky partly on account of slavery. Thomas Lincoln morally objected to slavery. He had a brother, Thomas, who died as an infant. Calamity and community. Frontier families depended on their communities. The hardships of constant farm work and unrelenting landscape made life uncertain for small yeoman families. Neighbors gathered for community traditions to work as much as socialize. Local farmers took turns hosting corn husking parties, an event Abraham likely attended. Hard work, danger, disaster. In the early 1800s, Kentucky frontier, hard work every day. The knobs, caves, and sinkholes of Kentucky landscape in this region made life challenging for many farmers. Frontier families depended on every member of the household, including children, to survive in their daily life and through disasters like floods, drought, and violent storms. 6 horses to feed, 30 acres to farm, 5 gallons of water to carry. Between chores, Abraham did find time to fish and play. Later in his life, he recalled that a clear stream where he fished, a tree climbed, and hills where he picked berries. Look at how tall he is, long-legged. From the wilderness to the White House. The wider world. Shackles and chains, religion in revolt, early education. 1811 to 1816, beyond Knob Creek Farm, Abraham left his familiar Knob Creek Farm to go to school and church. Travelers and slaves passed by the farm on the nearby Green River Turnpike. Church divided. Abolitionist sentiment divided the slave state of Kentucky in the early 1800s. The Lincolns regularly attended the nearby Little Mount Baptist Church, an anti-slavery congregation. Hymns against slavery. From Faith to Freedom. As an adult, religion played a crucial role in Lincoln's thinking and political career. In his public speeches, like his second inaugural address, Lincoln reflects on the destructive Civil War as God's retribution for a country, North and South, that profited from slavery. Voices from History. That was the War of 1812 soldier. Turnpike travelers. Here's the turnpike right here. Right here. Right there. Slavery in Kentucky. With the invention of the cotton gin, southern plantations grew rapidly. Kentucky profited by becoming a slave-growing state and supplying the plantations in other states. The Green River Turnpike ran by Knob Creek Farm. From common man to man of the people. During his presidency, Lincoln asserted, "I am naturally anti-slavery. If slavery is not wrong, nothing is wrong." A love of learning, reading, ciphering, writing. When farm work did not keep them at home, Abraham and Sarah walked over 2 miles to attend school. A one-room cabin served as a classroom. Many students were unable to afford school books, so they learned by memorizing lessons and recited them out loud. From slaves to parchment, Lincoln emphasized his achievements as a self-made man, asserting that his own education comprised of only about a year of formal schooling in his life.